right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a slightly late, slightly patsy-less session of Tomb of Annihilation. We've been gone for a couple weeks. Patsy is gone temporarily. She will be back next week. She had some family stuff going on tonight, so we'll be covering her character as we play this evening.
Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice her to the slot. So.
Yeah. Speaking of the slot, why don't we, since we're running a little late here, why don't we go ahead and I'm going to get us started. As you all may recall, you went through the this mine last session and ended up in a battle with a creepy giant slod who looks something like that.
How do you make that pop up on the screen like that, Lauren?
Shift Z. If you're clicked on the token,
Z, okay.
yeah, any token that you want to pop up, Shift Z, and he'll show to the players. If you just want to see it yourself, you can just hit Z, and it will. I don't know if that's only a DM thing or if all people have access to that. Yeah. So we are 2 rounds into the battle, and things were looking pretty tense. Is what I'm recalling. So we're going to get a little bit of battle music happening here. And jump back into the battle.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I actually wrote some battle music for Critical Role.
For a contest?
No, just for fun.
Oh.
Nice. Cool.
All right, so first up in the order, because we are on round 2 of combat. Just as a reminder for everybody who is watching at home, or in the game for that matter, for for all the players, what we've got going on, the Death Slod is right over here. He's kind of been wedged in by the Shield Guardian. The Shield Guardian has Shield of Faith cast on him, which is giving him a +2 to his armor class currently. Let's see. There is a spiritual weapon up, which I think is right over here on the other side of the Death Slot. That is from Red. Red has handily put a hammer that keeps smashing this thing. And then Adon has a Hexblade's Curse and just standard Hex, which is also giving, I believe, disadvantage on Strength, I think is what you went with.
Yeah, I think I did.
So that's what I have in my notes. And that is where we are at. So Quilgok is up. Thanks, Patsy. In the chat. She is apparently watching along with us, even though she can't be here.
Oh boy.
So Quilgok is going to, I think, take his crossbow, and he is going to go after this thing. That's a miss. In case anyone's wondering, Jarrus is up.
Are you whispering?
I think you're
All right. I will. I have unmuted myself. Am I good?
There you go. Yep, you're good.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Great. I am going to do my attack at disadvantage because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Hits the little screaming icon.
Get unafraid.
Well, we'll see if I can. So, 10 misses, I think.
A 10 will miss.
What was the... it was wisdom to
save from being afraid. Yep.
The scaredness. Okay. Unique attack and saving throw.
7 is not going to do it, although I don't actually remember what the DC was, but we're going to look that up real quick.
All right, well, that's all I've got. Great turn.
All right, Sky.
I am going to shoot an arrow at.
Ooh,
Is it
nice.
23 hits?
Mightily.
Nice. That should hit.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say mightily since we know it takes a 19, so it does hit, but
Well, it has the potential to be mighty.
It's a very sound hit.
A palpable hit for 6 damage. I mean, that's good. That's very good.
I'll take it.
Lauren's reaction. I swear I wasn't laughing at you.
All right. This guy, he's going to use his multi-attack, which is one of his favorite things to do in life. I've missed running D&D, guys. I just have to say, like, we didn't get to talk a whole lot right beforehand, like, with the stream, but, like, I've missed doing this. It's been 3 weeks since our last session, and I'm so happy to be back.
Same.
try to kill you guys with monsters. It's great. This slot is going to use his multi-attack. He gets a bite and then some other stuff. So we're going to start with the bite. These lovely pointy teeth are going to go at the Shield Guardian with a 22. That will hit. That's 17 damage.
Wow.
He regenerates at least, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Poison. He does not have necrotic. Dawn Greetervorn does not. All right. Corn, yes. Let's see. With the multi-attack, he's also going to... he has claws, and he is going to... 16 will miss, and again, just raking these terrible claws. 24 is going to hit. And you can see, like, dripping off the claws, there's just, like, this kind of liquid almost, like, as he scratches against Vorn, and... yeah, that's going to do a little bit of damage right there. Alright, Galia is up. And tonight I will be playing the part of Galia Dehaven. So let's see. At this point...
You have to say Ola Thander.
Definitely.
You're going to do the accent.
Ola Thander.
Come back, Patsy, please.
Remember when you did Aragim's voice? It's pretty great.
Let's see. What is she going to do here? What can she do?
Something really cool.
That's a melee attack. Let's see. A Shield of Faith concentration. I cannot remember. Yes, it is. Okay, so she has concentration up to help protect Vorn. So that's something. All right. In that case, I guess I was gonna say I think you're gonna throw a javelin in there. How many javelins do you have? You've got 4. All right. Javelin number 1 is getting thrown in. That's a 22, though. There we go. For 4 damage. That's a hit as well. Very good. Yeah, and I think she's going to just kind of yell something about Lathander protect us and give us strength. And then she's probably just going to yell at the Shield Guardian to destroy this thing.
Whoosh.
Get him, Corn!
Yeah, Corn is definitely going to regain 10 hit points at the start of his turn.
Did you mean
Nice.
pop him?
Say Popeye.
And then he is going to slam with his fist, and he gets to do this twice. The first one is.
I think Galia calls those friendly high fives.
The kiss of
Nice.
kiss of Lathander, I think, is 21 damage, which is going to bloody this Slod.
It's about time.
We're only in the third or second round of combat. Third round of combat. Red is up.
Yeah.
Just think of all the sweet experience he'll get from killing this thing.
I think what I'm going to do. Not going to damage, but I'm going to help other people. I'm going to cast Bless. I'm going to. I can cast Bless on the Shield Guardian, can I? That would. Because those creatures, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Shield Guardian is a creature. We'll allow it.
Yep. It's a creature.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Shield Guardian. Let me think. I will say Jarus. This is pretty much melee. And I will say Sky. These are also pretty much melee.
I see how it is.
Hey, you got some stuff.
And Sky, you said.
Yep.
Alright.
You guys get Bless. And I'm concentrating.
Yep, and you're a little quiet, Red.
Yeah, I might, because I'm talking to my game buddy. So yeah, I think that's about all I can do. I don't know.
Alright, you can
Bonus
also
action
use your
attack.
spiritual weapon. Don't forget, you've got that out.
Oh yeah. I'll try to stay in line of sight, but I will move so somebody else can move over here. And yes, bonus action, spirit weapon. So I missed.
That is going to miss. Alright. Dawn.
Yes, Dunn will take a step up here, and then he will aim his beautiful crossbow. And as he aims it, a small swirling sigil will appear in front of it, and a bolt of energy will fly out and strike this monster. At 21.
Very good.
So that is 14 piercing magical damage, and then 5 damage for the hex, and then 2 damage for the curse.
So 21 damage altogether. He
Yes.
will, let's see. Unless he's got something to, let's see. Nope. That is going to all hit.
And then Dunn will probably step up here.
All right. Quilgok is going to. He's just going to use his light crossbow again. That's a 19. That's actually going to hit for 6 damage.
Yeah.
Jarus.
Is Quilgok rolling in the
Alright.
chat, or are you doing that
Gotta
separately?
take another swing.
It is rolling the chat. I think his token is set to roll Whispered to GM, so he rolled a 19, though, for 6 damage.
Okay.
Patsy will back me up on that.
You can tell us all the secrets on the map later, Patsy.
Sorry, I
Slash
normally,
W to whisper in chat.
I normally like to roll things in public, but I think he set that way from doing survival checks out on the map.
Right, I'm gonna swing.
Swing.
Ah!
Yeah, bless.
Blesses, I have a really complicated macro. 21!
Wow.
The bless!
21 will hit
Nice.
for 13 damage. And you can do a save if you would like to try to save on your.
Oh, I can. And I get bless on my save as well, right?
You do.
This is true.
Okay. So...
Clerics are kick-ass, man.
Bam!
That is
Yes!
a definite save.
We're back, baby!
You ain't afraid no more.
Ah! Not really, I'm not raging.
You don't get anything. Are you raging? You don't get any
No.
stuff for frightening?
No. There's a subclass that gets that, but I'm not that subclass because I'm only a level 1 barbarian.
Alright. Sky is up.
And here comes another arrow.
That is going
That's
to
gonna miss.
You got blessed in there?
I don't think a D4 is gonna help.
No, it won't.
Let's see.
Really red.
Slod is going to regenerate some hit points.
No.
I guess he gets 10 back. Alright, and he really not a fan of what is happening to him here, I think.
Oh god. My levels are all the way down to 0
That's a lot better.
on my mic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely hear better.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alright.
Not sure how that happened.
He is going to... let's see. That would be pretty bad. Alright, yeah, he's just gonna bite at Shield Guardian and then use his claws. 14 will miss. 27 and 28, however, will hit.
Jeez, these guys are rolling so good.
I know, holy crap. Glad I'm not standing beside him.
Yeah.
He's only got a +9.
Yeah, you call those little things claws.
Happy we have a corn guardian.
26 and a 17. All right. So
Wow.
that's gonna bloody the Shield Guardian. Galia is up, and she is going to throw Javelin number 2. Which she'll definitely pick up at the end of this battle, assuming she's still alive. That's a 21.
If not, I'm sure one of us will pick it up.
Did Korn regain his 10 hit points at the beginning of that round?
He has
It's his
not.
turn.
It's not his turn yet, technically. She's going to command him to regain his hit points, and he will. And let's see. He's also going to use his multi-attack and pound again with his fists.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's
that's-
blessed, by the way.
Oh, he's blessed. So that's an extra D4.
Not that that's going to help. the
That's
first
not going to
one.
help the first attack, but he's going to get a crit on the second one. So I mean,
Nice.
that guys is going to be enough to turn this Slod into a little bit of pulp.
And you guys were worried.
In one more
This-
round. Well, 1.5 more rounds.
The smell of sweet, sweet XP.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That thing was a lot scarier than, less scarier than it looked.
Yes. Thank goodness for our shield guardian.
Yes, I suppose that's how you survived in the jungle this time.
I'm not sure how I did.
I think it was all the sneaking.
Lots of sneaking.
So what are you guys going to do here? You have a dead Slod. You've got a nasty pile of carcasses.
Jonas is going to walk down to the nasty pile of carcasses and take a look at them. Maybe do a little investigating.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
And would I have bless on this? Maybe?
You still got it.
I think you still
Saving
got it.
throws, and it's not an ability check.
It's not an ability.
Oh, it
check.
doesn't work on ability checks? Okay, fair enough.
You could probably get a guidance, though. Same thing.
10.
Yeah, I mean, this pile is smelly and bad, and I think kind of your first reaction would be kind of revulsion, and I mean, there's bones and there's chunks of things, and like it's kind of decaying and just in a pretty grotesque state.
I don't think there's anything down here with looking out for anymore. Anyone that's been down here is clearly dead.
Yeah, perhaps
duty.
there's something on the creature, and Adon will start poking around there.
Now, the creature himself really doesn't have anything on his body, because he's really just his body.
It's no pockets.
No pockets?
Yes, but those claws seem to secrete some sort of fluid.
What about a utility build?
Perhaps I could harvest the fluid in the vial.
Just cut his hands off.
Lauren?
Yeah, I mean, well, if you would like to try to, you absolutely can.
What kind of check would that be?
Probably some kind of alchemy check. Do you have any?
I have an herbalism kit.
An herbalism.
There's also medicines.
I'm gonna say that it would just be. Let's see. I think it's gonna just be some kind of wisdom check, perhaps, or well, you know what? I think it's actually going to be. This feels to me like a survival check.
Sure, why not? Yeah, not so good.
Yeah, so like you would try to, think about doing this, and like you just can't quite figure out how to. I don't know. It'd probably involve extracting fingernails, and like the beds are very deep, and probably a pretty terrible process to try to get anything out of it.
Adon will stand up. Well, there is no monetary gain, but we did save people from future slaughter.
Well, weren't we down here to find somebody too?
No. I believe the creature lured us here with the guise of a
Oh, well,
minor.
crap.
The heat of battle sometimes ruins my memory as well. The battle felt like it took 3 weeks to finish.
There's more to this mine. Maybe there's something of use in some of the other passages.
It is a possibility. I suppose we could take time to search around.
Well, since we're here.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not trying to do any sending off of the corpses.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I think Galia would actually have wandered down this way. And I think she would be looking at the pile and would almost certainly want to be doing some kind of rite for them, I would say. And you know what? I think she would probably have the Shield Guardian come down with her and, like, maybe kind of start, like, have him kind of start arranging them, like, kind of pulling individual corpses to give them a little more dignity than just being in a pile. And
Does he have a collage skill?
let's
Oh no! Collage of corpses. It's my newest work.
see how well he can do.
Is symbolic.
That's some fine collage in there, Corn.
You know what? He's actually quite good at this. With minimal damage. I mean, there's not really much more he can do to these. They're already in about as bad of shape as they can. He starts pulling the corpses out and like at Gallia's direction and arranging them into some kind of semblance of something slightly less grotesque.
I'll start spending some time examining the mine. I don't know how long it would take to sort of go through the passages and explore them.
We can do that in just 1 second. I'm going to say that as Vorn is going through, Red, if you're kind of standing down here with Gallia.
Yeah, I'm watching the proceedings.
Yeah, the grisly proceedings.
The creation of art.
Yep.
You're going to see that as these bodies kind of get moved aside and some of the grit and gristle kind of makes way for a little visibility deeper into the pile, you're going to see that there is a glint of gold with inside the pile. And as Vorn keeps digging, he's going to pull out a very shiny object, which he will set to the sides. It is obviously not a part of one of the corpses. And as he keeps digging,
Gallia, there's a shiny object over there.
I think she would be kind of involved in the.
Oh, sure.
The
she's
trying
busy.
she's giving rites or something like that.
Well, I'll go pick it up.
Prayers to Lathander. Yeah, and as you walk over to pick it up, Vorn will lay another item next to it, and you're going to see that the first item is the thing that caught your eye at first is a spyglass. It's kind of covered in gore at the moment, but otherwise
That doesn't bother Red.
yeah. Otherwise, it's a very fine-looking spyglass. And the other item that he laid down next to it is... let me see if I can actually find a picture of it. Is going to be a round wooden carved object, not very long, probably maybe a foot long, maybe even a little bit shorter than that. It's kind of pointed at one end and is intricately carved into kind of a spiral as it comes up to a pommel that you would hold on to. And it definitely is some sort of wand.
Okay.
I don't have detect magic, so no help.
I'll well, I guess I can't see. I'll just shout to Adon. Hey, Adon!
What is it?
There's something over here that looks like a magic wand. I don't know if you might be able to do something with it.
Well, let us see. I will take the wand and inspect it.
Yeah. The wand looks... Oh, great. The handout actually says what it is. Okay. Well, I can't show it to you then yet. Thanks. That's handy.
If you want, I could roll an Arcana before you show.
Yeah, why don't you just roll an Arcana real quick? That's fine.
Okay. I'm actually going to spend my inspiration on this, because why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, whoa, wait. Wait,
Oh.
wait.
You going to guide me? Ooh, nice. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe I won't then.
Mhm.
Okay, let's
There's a
try this.
little help to identify.
Oh, yeah, 20.
There you go, 20. Yeah, you get a pretty quick sense of what this wand does. This is a wand of secrets. It doesn't require attunement, so you would figure out pretty quickly what this is.
It's the replacement for arrogant.
This wand has 3 charges, and while you hold it, you can use an action to spend one of its charges, and it will kind of ping at the closest trap or secret door within 30 feet of you. Has 3 charges, and it regains 1 charge, or 1 D3 charges daily at dawn. So that's a pretty handy little item.
Yeah. The wand detects traps and other hidden things, like hidden doors, so to speak. You use it like so, and he'll he'll swish and flick.
It's an Leviosa.
Well, actually, here, let me do this. I'll move over here and use it, just in case.
Yeah, you do, and there are no pings or anything that come off of it back at you.
It promises I work. The other way around.
What?
Sometimes I mix words.
You're a master.
You fell back on the. You fell back on the old home language there.
Master of witticisms.
I'm much smarter in my own language, I swear.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And there is also one other object as Vorn finishes going through the pile. One last object. There's a small ring that comes up. It's like he pulls somebody's hand out of the pile. It's still like on one of the fingers. Just the hand. Yeah, there would definitely be a ring on one of these fingers.
Yeah.
Well, that is gross, but
I'll pick it up and clean it off and
put it on. Excellent.
No. I'll just look at it.
You instantly disappear into a shadowy realm similar to this one, and there's a glowing eye staring at you from on top of a tower.
Oh, no! I just warped into the Lord of the Rings.
No. Okay.
If I could rest and prepare to detect magic, I could try to find out what that does.
do you
I'll look at it and I'll say, hey, Adan,
yes.
something else here.
I'll look over that. Perhaps Moradin's influence will be beneficial again.
Yes, these might be helpful.
We'll try it again. Fingers crossed. Oh, an
no.
8.
And this item would require attunement, so you'll either need to attune or use an identify spell on it.
Well, can I tell that it's magical?
I mean, it definitely would seem magical to you. Yeah, I think that is,
okay.
but no information on it other than that.
I'll put it back in Red's hand. I don't know what it does, but it is definitely magical.
Well, why don't you keep it? I got a little trinket already, so.
Okay.
Your audio has dipped down again, Brad.
I'll keep the mysterious ring then. Would someone like to be the keeper of secrets? And he'll hold the wand up.
Yep, my level dropped again. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'll keep this open.
Any of you nerds want the wand of secrets?
Hey, Sky, you're a little sneaky. You want this, find a trap wand?
Yeah, I might as well hold on to it. Could come in handy.
I'll walk over and hand it to him.
Well, I think Galia will finish her prayers. Obviously, she could take a lot longer, but I mean, these bodies are not in a particularly great condition. So she gives them some rites, and yeah, I think she would be ready to exit the cave with you all, or whatever else you are wanting to do in here. Adon, was there exploring that you wanted to do, or?
Yeah, I was gonna, I guess, do that. I don't want to take up time doing that.
I mean, I will say you have found the treasure. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna head it off at the pass. So I can't imagine that you all would want to stay in this cave a whole lot longer than necessary.
Yeah, I'll peace out.
James, so you're scratching your microphone across some sandpaper or something?
Yeah, fair enough.
So let's take you back out. Yeah, and I've lost James's video again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried reconnecting and nothing's happening.
Okay. Well, we have your voice.
I don't have anyone's video. It's true. I have Discord on a completely different device, so I can do whatever I want to over here.
We can still hear your charming voice.
Yeah.
Do we want to have a quick little rest? Warlocks love quick little rests.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
Cool.
All right. So rest for an hour.
Yeah. I'll attune to the ring. Figure out what it does.
Hoo-hoo.
I'm cursed. Oh no.
All arrows.
If Adon...
No.
Time to never use a spell slot except for the shield spell.
Okay, James. Whatever's going on with that microphone.
He's
We're
on his
back.
phone, so.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Probably moving it.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right. As you attune to the item,
You die.
Well, I do get remove curse next level, so so don't worry about it.
It is a ring of resistance. In this case, it has a beautiful topaz gem set in the gold setting, which gives you radiant resistance.
That's my first stone.
Nice.
Oh man, so I can't zap you with guiding bolts and stuff.
You can. It'll just do half damage.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see.
Nice. Okay. I mean, I definitely engage in melee, but if someone feels it would be more useful on them, Adon isn't super attached to the item.
He's going
You
to
can go with it for now.
Okay. If not, James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I already got my toy out of this loot.
You did?
10d10.
Shield Guardian is back to almost full health.
Oh, God.
He just rolled 11 d10. He's got 3 more d10 that he can roll.
I was really scared about what was happening after I tuned to the ring. I thought I was insta-dead. I'm like, oh, well, Lauren, that ring happens to kill me as I get struck by lightning, I assume.
No, it's a lovely, lovely, happy ring. And you find yourselves back in the warm embraces of the Chult jungle. Your favorite adventuring place to be. with an hour of rest.
I thought we were out of the jungle.
Well, you've just moved from the jungle. You're on the
Okay.
near the mountains, indeed. Yes, actually, right on the mine here.
What time is it, type of thing?
Let's see. I think you had
That
spent
would
the
be
night and you
midday.
went in first thing in the morning, is what I am recalling.
Yeah.
Oh.
We did
Yeah,
camp.
I think so.
Oh, we can't. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's still midday type thing, right?
Still probably midday-ish at this point. So you have half a day to
If we
do
went.
whatever you would like to with.
All right.
Well,
There's a mine here. It stands to reason there might be a abandoned port or something. Maybe we should head down to the bay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
or we could spend the rest of the day. Well, I could spend the rest of the day working on some potions. I'd be able to finish one more.
Why don't you work on some potions? The rest of us will look around, see if we can find anything that'll help us get to Turtle Bay.
Well, like, isn't it like 2 days travel to the water? at this
Yeah,
point?
you're still
We have half a day left.
Yeah.
So.
you're still at least 2 hexes away
Uh-oh.
from kind of the opening of the bay here.
Right. Forgot about the scale.
Yeah.
We're only an inch away. I mean, come on.
Well, we could look for road or rails or however they transport the cargo from the mine down to the ocean.
Sure. There's a village outside too, right?
It was
There
like
was.
3
So
huts,
kinda-
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
there was a small mining
Encampment?
camp. Yeah, in disrepair, but yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, may as well dig around that too. See if we can find anything of use.
I think we already did.
Yeah,
I think we already ransacked the
Oh, did
huts.
we?
Yeah, you
Oh,
did that.
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
Got all those supplies.
I got.
Oh, right.
Let's see here: lantern oil, mason's tools, walnuts. I got more rope.
Yeah, I remember now.
I got a ton of torches.
So the plan is, I guess, then you all want to travel for the rest of the day, or rest and recuperate here in this camp, and then travel the next day. Like
I'm
what?
good to travel. I'm
Well-
like completely fresh.
How much time do you need, Madame?
Well, the idea is we can't get that far in half a day, so if we just spend the rest of the day, I mean, I could travel and, in my off hours, work on potions. It's just half a day is good enough to finish off the rest of my work on one potion, so it's really not a big deal. I just don't know how far we'll get in half a day, is what I was thinking, so.
Is it still
Well, we
jungle
can,
down there? Or it
spend that
looks...
time stocking up on like foraging, stocking up on stuff if you want
Yeah,
to do potions.
It is.
That
it
looks
is-
like more of a plains hex to me. but-
It is. It kind of opens up into plains and then ultimately into the bay.
Yeah.
Well, the beach and then the bay.
Well, that's a good idea, Jarvis. We could maybe do some hunting, foraging, see if we can get some. Because if we're going to be out in the water for a couple of days, might want to stock
That's
up on
assuming
some.
we can get a boat. Might just walk down the coast.
Yeah. Well, one way or another, we could use it.
Why don't you roll me some survival, and I'm going to give you advantage on it because you have extra time for the day here.
Is this like all of us, or?
Whoever wants to go foraging and hunting for supplies.
Okay.
Cool. And
not
then
so great.
And then a Dawn, you're using your herbalism kit for the 12.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what we had set as rules for the herbalism, or if we had set what the DCs were. It's in Xanathar's, isn't it? We were using...
I don't know if there's a Xanathar, like, specifically for the gathering of the herbs. I know that there is rules for... I have the book right here. I'll just turn my light on.
Okay. With the rest of the survival checks, though, all of you are going to be able to find rations of the sort that you would want to use. Oh, I guess I should probably roll for Galia as well.
So herbalism kit proficiency lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to identify or apply herbs. So I assume that would help
looks like
gathering.
the herbalism kit find plants is a DC 15 in
Okay.
Xanathar's guide.
Yeah. So I'd say that you don't really find anything.
Yep.
All right. Galia is still really shaken, I think, by what she has seen in this cave, and she does not. She doesn't find anything, but everybody else does. I'm going to say that you find enough. Those are really good rolls, and you have extra time this day. So I'm going to say that you find enough rations between you for probably another 2 days of rations apiece, at least. Plus enough for this day. So you're not going to use any rations for this day. Plus two more days you can add to your.
Yep. And just a reminder that we reminded Galia to pick up her javelins.
She definitely picked up her javelins.
Yep. And unless anybody else wants it, I was thinking I'd maybe give the spyglass to Kulgok. I don't know, unless you guys think we can make some use of it or something. But
I know they are really, really, really expensive, like 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay. So we can
PBH.
sell it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
But also useful.
But for now, he can make use of it. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
well, I'll
having
just hold
it
on to it.
Yeah, I mean, Quilgok would be happy to use it as your guide, but obviously it can belong to the party. Like, that's a very expensive item. I think he would be aware of that as well.
Okay. Well,
All
we can do that.
All right, so we're going to camp for the evening, and let's see. The next day will dawn. Your 54th day of adventuring.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to turn Quilgok back on to his private role to me. And we're going to check to see how well you travel this day. With advantage. Okay, yeah. And let's see about any encounters that you might have. Excellent. Excellent.
I don't like the sound of that excellent.
I will say, Adon switched his hex or his packed weapon to a greatsword.
Greatsword.
Yes. Well, actually, it's just a very big handle, but when he swings it, I don't know if you played Dragon Age Inquisition, but it's totally like that.
Oh yeah.
The Knight Enchanter. Yeah.
It's still a lightsaber.
The Knight Chanter. I don't.
The Knight Enchanter is. It's the specialization.
Yeah, I don't think I.
In Inquisition, it was the mage.
Yeah, I didn't. I played a mage briefly, but I must have played rogues.
Rogues are pretty fun.
Rogues are freaking awesome, especially in Dragon Age 2. The combat in Dragon Age 2 was just unmovable for roads.
So as you were traveling here this day, you're out in the open and can see. You don't have the canopy of trees that you're used to over you, which is both good and bad. Like the movement is easier. You can travel a little more easily through kind of the flatter plains, heading down towards from the rolling hills of the mountains down towards the beach here. You do feel maybe a little more exposed, and obviously the sun can kind of beat on you a little more heavily throughout the day.
Are the bugs any different?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Are the bugs any different?
There's probably a few less bugs just because you're like you were now more on like just kind of the general like mosquito kind of level versus like all of the weird jungly insects. So you're just trading one thing for the other, but you're still, I'm sure, using the potion of the bug potion that you guys have. So
I am. I'm just getting low, so.
Still bugs. They are not going to leave you alone, sadly.
Okay.
Towards the end of your day, you are going to be kind of late afternoon, walking, and to the south, near above the peaks of the mountains that you can just kind of see off in the distance to the south of you, the Kobold Mountain Range. You see a figure in the sky, and it is the shape of a dragon.
Ooh. Like how far away?
It would be miles. I mean, it's miles and miles away, swooping southwardly down across the mountains to the south.
Looks like this journey's about to get more exciting.
Well,
I'm not sure if I want that much excitement.
right, I can't say that I want that either.
Hey! Oh, I don't have the spyglass. I was going to say, hey, I can take out the spyglass. Hey, Quilgok! Look over there!
Yeah, Quilgok would pull out his spyglass, the spyglass, looking through it.
Our.
Yeah. And he can see that it is with the spyglass. He can see that it is a red dragon.
A red dragon.
Well, if y'all don't want to tangle with that thing, you'd rather just cut through the jungle, go back.
I thought we were looking for a boat.
I think if we just avoid it, it might avoid us.
We're lucky.
There's an awful lot
how
of
big do you think its
jungle.
hunting ground is?
Like
A
how
lot of
far
jungle
away
and a
did
lot of
that-
mountains between here.
Like it saw it over. Like how far away did we see this dragon?
I mean, it's down
Miles and
it's down
miles.
over the mountains, down to your south, down this direction.
Okay, yeah, I'm not worried about it really.
Yeah,
Hey,
unless it starts heading towards us.
I mean, we just cower in the cave we find, right?
Well, I mean, if we're heading south to Quilgok's village, we're gonna have to go by it, unless we double back and head through the jungle. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Well, I think that's
I mean, personally, I'd rather just go into the ocean. I don't think it'll mess with us there, but I don't know how that viable that is.
yeah. Well, going through the jungle will have its own problems. So I don't know that one's worse than the other or better than the other. So if we can find a boat, we can try around the water.
Did we find any kind of well-worn
let's just keep
pathway or
heading
rails or
heading towards
anything?
the bay then, right?
So the cargo from the mine, did they take that to the bay? Did we find any highway or rails, anything?
At this point, it is definitely kind of grown over a little bit and that kind of thing. It hasn't been used for a little while, but there would definitely be a pathway towards the bay that you would probably be following.
Can you just...
Mhm.
Well, just James and Tom were talking at the same time there, so just... What did you say last, James?
Oh, sorry. What did I say last? I don't think I said anything important.
That's fair.
Just about doubling back through the jungle or going south along the coast. Or
I personally-
going to... Yeah.
I think that as long as we do not, well, I don't know. I don't know anything about dragons, so I can't say that getting close to it will make it attack us.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can find a boat first, because then that'll make our decision.
Right. Yes. Let's at least head towards the shore.
Yeah, let's follow this pathway to wherever it leads.
Yeah. As you follow the path, coming up into the evening here of your day, probably about the time that you're thinking, man, it would be good to camp, you stumble into... not stumble, I mean, you're following the path, and as you do, you kind of... You come around and you see signs that this was probably an area that the workers would have camped in on their journey down to the beach. There's signs that that this would have been, other people would have been here before, and it's already kind of set up to be used as a campsite, that sort of thing. It's kind of a perfect spot to stop.
Sure.
Well, this is convenient.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see. What are your passive perceptions? I've got that here.
Not great.
13.
Sky, as you're setting up camp for the evening, you're kind of looking around and you realize that this would have been yes, just like that. This would have been a standard stopping place, and you suddenly realize that there probably would have been some kind of system for leaving supplies or that kind of thing nearby, and you notice that there is maybe kind of a tree that has been kind of marked or something nearby to this camp. And at the base of it is kind of tucked away, hidden behind like some small bushes, that kind of thing. It's kind of a supply chest that you would find there.
Very nice.
Good job, Sky.
What's in the box?
Good kitty. Bet.
There are no heads in the box.
Oh, man.
Do you want to open the box? Technically, this is very interesting because we have a cat that is opening a box. There could be infinite number of things inside the box. All of them exist at the same moment, but the cat is weirdly outside
and alive
Wow.
and alive.
at the moment.
Well,
I
no,
will.
we're not really going to know what happens until you open the box. Like, what
Yeah.
if it's trapped? What if it's a murder box?
I'm going
zap,
to-
zap it with your...
He
I'm
has
going to
a
ask the
wand.
Wand of Secrets if there's a trap on the box.
There is no trap on the box. You get no kind of ping off of it.
All right, I'll open the
And only
box,
Shorter have that.
and I will collapse the wave function.
Multiple realities cease to exist as you open the box. Yours does not, however, and in your reality, you.
This week just got extra nerdy.
That's right, boys and girls. This show just went science.
Dr. Science.
Yes. You find kind of wrapped in oilcloth. There are two-person tents inside this cache, as well as several smaller kits.
The big box.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sized box. And unwrapping these other items, there's 4 of them, and they are healers kits.
So is that the you stabilize a person healing kit?
Yeah.
Those are the ones.
Okay.
I can't hear you, Tom.
Yes. Push to talk. Hello. One for everybody except Gallia, or one for everybody except Red, because those are our healing people.
I think red.
Yeah, may as well. Just get me.
All of them for Shield Guardian Vorn. Corn, sorry. So is Gallia getting one or is Red getting one? I'm sorry, I was making a joke and didn't hear what you said, Red.
Galia.
Okay, I'll mark it down for her.
I'll ask Galia how good corn is at field dressing.
It's a healer's kit, I guess it is in the. Yeah, cool. Plus a healer's kit. All right. I mean, it's going to depend probably on a dexterity roll for Vorn, honestly. Like there's as much chance of him being able to field dress your wound as there is of like smushing your brains out.
Just
very positive.
sticks his hand into your wound. you have like a gut stab, and he just like sticks his fingers in there. I have stopped the bleeding.
He might stop the bleeding, or he might tear your arm off.
Yeah.
It's
50-50.
Although if he's burning after being in the microwave for too long, he could cauterize the wound at the same time.
Yes. He's raging.
I'm glad that makes no sense to anyone except us.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, actually.
That was a
No?
thing from chat earlier.
That was,
Way earlier.
that was
Oh, the popcorn! Yeah.
Popcorn.
yes.
Welcome to Twitch, everybody. Inside jokes.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite thing. All right. So you camp for the night, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Is there anything anybody would like to do
Yeah.
for the evening here? Would people like to roll another survival check? Anyone hunting or doing those kind of things?
I'll actually take one of
Yeah,
those tents if that's okay.
Is that just normal or advantage still?
Just normal, because you're traveling. If someone's helping you, like you can go out together, or you
Oh,
can do individually.
Shit. I can guide myself, right?
Yeah.
Oh, too late.
I'll say I was traveling with Red, but not looking for food. I was looking for plants,
Okay.
and then I'll ask for Moradin's guidance.
Here you go, buddy.
It might be enough. Nope.
Nope.
I'll help you next time.
All right. So no items were gathered.
Heck.
No.
Is 13 enough for a little bit of food, or what was that? Is that like the self rations?
Oh yeah, 13. Yeah. No, I think with 13 you found enough for the day. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
For yourself. I think that's what we decided. All right. The day progresses. You sleep for the night. It's another hot day. Fortunately, as you are traveling down to the beach, it cools off. The the wind, with the strong wind blowing, does cool down as you approach the shoreline, and you do arrive at Jahaka Bay.
Cool.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see if anything happens to you here at the bay.
So we're in the month of Pumapolet. So we have. So we're in October right now.
Yeah, this is definitely fall.
That's why we met the spooky slot.
October.
Let's see, we've already done that encounter. So as you arrive at the beach, you're actually going to reach the beach late morning, probably like 11 o'clock kind of thing, not too long before noon. And as you approach the beach, you're going to see, just right as you're coming up on it, there is a giant snapping turtle sunning itself on the sandy shore of this beach.
Friend of yours?
Well, it might be friendly. Is it? I will approach the giant snapping turtle.
Excellent.
Uh-oh.
Howdy, friend.
That was a Burns excellent.
Remind me how your power works.
Anything that any creature that I guess animal creature that can breathe water has an extreme affinity for my people, whatever that means, and they can understand what I'm saying, but really only like simple thoughts and ideas or commands, and I have no ability to understand them.
Okay. Now, just to be clear about what this thing is, as you approach it, this thing, when I say a giant snapping turtle, it's like 12 feet big. Like it's not like a giant snapping turtle. It's a giant snapping turtle.
I think we found our boat.
He looks something like this.
Hey, buddy.
What a friend! Look at that guy.
Yeah.
He looks
Those
like
are
he
kind
wants-
eyes.
He looks like he wants to get pet. Just want to give him
He
pets.
looks very cuddly.
And be a boat.
Wants a cuddle.
I think Quilgok is going to be, he's going to kind of see it and maybe approach as well.
Funny about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a turtle person too.
Well, cousin. You know, it's a cousin of some sort.
That's actually who I was saying friend of yours too, but Jara said or something. That was, and that worked too, so I went with it.
Yeah, so if this thing can breathe air and water, so it understands as you approach it, Jaris. And it's going to kind of lift its head lazily as you approach it.
I'm going to pull out a ration and sort of just tell him, hey, I got some food. I got plenty of food. Wondering if maybe you want to take us down the coast. Straight up. And I'll give him the ration.
Okay. Do me 2 favors. First off, roll me an animal handling check.
And second, estimate how much you really need to have 2 arms.
I am going to go ahead and take the animal handling with advantage because I'm spending my
Inspiration on it.
inspiration. Yep.
Okay.
11.
11. All right. All right. This.
He has an extreme affinity for my people.
They're tasty people.
Yes.
Battered with some vinegar, yeah.
I have an extreme affinity for chips.
As you hold this out, the
I wouldn't hold it out so much as kind of toss it in front of him.
toss it out in front of him.
Yeah.
It's not going to go for it. It is just going to kind of keep watching you. And yeah, how close are you getting to this thing? Like 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 100 feet. Like what is your distance?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, between 5 and 10 feet.
okay. Quilgok is just going to kind of whisper at you. Careful, just those things can bite a man in half if you're not careful.
Yeah, but this one's friendly. You're friendly, right?
As you say that, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Guidance.
I don't need it.
Well, that's the DC's 20.
Yeah, the turtle is going to because it can understand what you're saying. It's going to kind of lower its head down and start poking at the ration that you threw in front of it.
While it's doing that, I want to walk out kind of in front of it so that it knows where I am and just sort of approach it from the side. And if it's not trying to eat me, maybe walk up to it and put a hand on his shell.
Okay. The shell has no nerve endings, so
Okay, good point. Still
so
though,
it doesn't really notice that per se.
but it hasn't tried to kill me.
It has not tried to
It
kill
hasn't
you.
attacked me.
Your
Okay.
persuasion.
Not yet.
But like it has like it did like as you start moving around it, like I think it is kind of partially paying attention to you. Like it's not it's trying to kind of keep an eye on Quilgok, who's close-ish, and you who's closer, and like he also wants this food, so he's kind of doing both things.
Go ahead and eat, buddy. Talking to a fucking turtle.
While this is happening, are there like any docks around or any sign of like boats or?
So this bay. Let's talk about this bay, I guess. Give me 1 second, because I'm actually sure there is a whole thing about it here inside. The book. This
Yes,
is
we're going to
Chakabay.
chapter 5 though.
Chakabay. So, all right. So what you're seeing here is as you come out into this bay, coming inland, the river is flowing outwards to the bay, obviously. And there are the river Tath here. There are waterfalls, kind of splashing down into the bay here, which is very picturesque, actually. There is there's kind of at the river mouth here, or the mouth of the river. There's kind of a mist from all the waterfalls and things that kind of are spilling here. That it doesn't really restrict a whole lot of visibility, but it just kind of churns up and creates. Again, you can see mountains to the south, and obviously to your west and the north from here. The bay itself, you're seeing out into the bay. It's probably about 40 miles across from tip to tip, basically. 30 or 40 miles across. And where you are right now, you are not seeing any particular ships or anything like that. Your distance out into the ocean, out into the bay is you can only see kind of naked eye a few miles out that direction for anything as small as a ship or something like that.
Okay.
So basically, as far as we can see, there's no boats or
Yeah.
there's not even a dock.
There would be kind of at the
Pier or
end
something?
of this trail that you have traveled down. There would be kind of a ruined ruined pier. It hasn't been used for a little while.
Looks like our ships have long sailed.
Well, I guess it's walking along the coast then, unless... Well, no, just walking along the coast.
Yeah, Quilgok will. I think Quilgok's going to pull out the spyglass and kind of scan the horizon just to see if he spots anything out to sea further. Just because he's got it. Let's see. That seems like a survival check, right? Let's see, with the spyglass.
Actually, it's probably perception. But, sorry.
That's not a bad.
Spyglass check.
Well, he rolled an 18.
The spider.
He rolled an 18, so that's pretty good. He is going to... he is going to call out to you. Jarvis, I think I see something out in the bay.
Something alive? Something floating? Something what?
Well, it's on the water. It looks like it could be a ship or something out there. I think you're muted, Jarvis.
Sorry. Is it moving? Is it anchored?
It looked to me like it might be anchored out further out in the bay.
Let's go investigate. Maybe we should let everyone know.
He's going to point kind of in this direction. Like it's maybe near kind of this outcropping over here is kind of where he was able to see it.
So we'd be better off getting to it from a different part of the shore.
Probably. Going through the little jungle here.
I mean, if it's a whole hex away, like...
It's probably like it's probably like 2
sense.
hexes away, at least.
Yeah, so we'd have to travel 4 days in... I guess that's jungle, to get close to it.
Potentially.
Well,
I mean, if we can commandeer it, that'd be worth it.
I suppose, but you have to wonder why it's abandoned to begin with.
Well, that's the mystery, ain't it?
We're certainly not going to swim there from here.
I could. Maybe we could, hey, Turtle, how you feeling?
It's too bad Asa is not here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
The turtle is going to just kind of yawn at you, I think, and answer. Again, he understands what you're asking.
All right, fair enough. Have a good nap. Well, if we're gonna get there, we should go through the jungle. What do you think? I think it's worth it. I want to go.
Yep, I think so. Better than 2 weeks trip through the jungle.
Especially if it lets us avoid that sky monster, the dragon.
Or whatever it's going to be.
I feel like we'd be easier to spot in the open bay rather than clinging to the mountainside. But maybe the dragon has passed now.
Well, I mean, if it's big enough ship, maybe we can just steer far enough away.
Well, I know nothing about sailing. Does anyone else?
Well, I've heard some things, but I don't have any direct experience.
So no.
No,
Yes.
I can get out and pull.
Yes, I know nothing about boats. Perhaps if it was a small one, it'd be manageable. But if we can see it from this far away,
Well, that's with the spyglass.
Could be crude. Maybe there are people on it now, and they will take us places for money.
that is a good point.
Yeah.
Well, we accomplish nothing by standing here, so I don't have opinion. You make a decision.
Well, I think we should go.
Yeah, let's go see what we got.
Sounds like we are doing this.
Does Dawn Vorn float? Because Turtle's not carrying all of us and him.
Turtle's not carrying anyone.
Yeah.
Turtle don't care.
Uh,
He's got some serious Z's.
I think the idea is that we do this. Don't worry when we're in, I'll move it back. I think the idea is we do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To get near the boat.
That's.
I think so.
Sounds like.
Yeah. Back into the jungle.
Well, that was nice. Goodbye, son.
Cool. This might be a good place to take a break, and we can come back and travel that away and see what happens. We'll be back in five or 10 minutes, everyone, and we'll see you here shortly.
Lauren.
Can you hear me, James?
If he's
We're
talking.
back.
Is Lauren talking?
He's talking.
I'm talking.
He's talking.
I'm going to rejoin
What?
chat.
Okay,
Hold on.
like,
There we go.
leave the channel now?
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, I can.
All right. We're live again. Sorry about that, everybody. We were just having a weird little audio problem, and obviously I've lost James's video, but that's okay. We're gonna keep playing. So, I think everyone. Let's see. I think we're going through the forest or through the jungle some more. That seems like what we do. So it's going to be another day of travel for you. So we'll advance the calendar. As you go back to the jungle, you start losing the whole sun beating down on you, but now it's just more miserable jungle travel.
Is it possible to stay kind of in sight of the beach so we don't get sidetracked somewhere?
Yeah, I think you're able to kind of keep sight, and when you can't keep sight, you can kind of still hear the crashing of the waves and that kind of thing. You're able to keep traveling along. Let's see. Alright, this day is going to pass pretty uneventfully, I think. Let's go ahead and we'll advance the date yet again.
Red, can you help me search for herbs again?
I will help you, and I will ask for Moradin's blessing.
Nice. A whole.
Good job, buddy.
Spanking 8.
Good job.
The herbs I need are not along the coast.
Do you want survival checks as we camp to see if we can find some rations
Sure,
and
yeah.
such?
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm going to guidance myself
Alright.
for survival. Nope, I'm on the wrong thing. Woohoo! A whole 9.
Yeah, this is not... Right here on the coast, this is not a great place for foraging, I would say. So your next day continues.
Oh, I will ask in the evening, just find out if there's anybody that has like a fair amount of bug salve. 'Cause I'm almost out.
Why don't you ask more than to protect you from the bugs? Adon will wink and give you one of his pots of bug repellent.
I think Galia would say something about the light protecting. Let's see. She has... let's see.
Oh, haha!
Did you guys
one
not?
of your
I have not been keeping
one of
track
your witty
of this,
aphorisms.
Galia. There.
What did we decide our threshold was for foraging? Was it like 10 to 14 was enough for one person for the day, and
I
15
believe
up was enough for the party?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Also, yeah. There would be bug salves that Galia would have some left as well. So she's got, I think, about 20 uses. Oh no, she had 25 uses. I see what she's doing here.
Lauren, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
can.
I had given Red a pot of like 30 charges.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not
Oh,
know.
is that what you were
We'll
saying?
just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand that.
Okay, great. Then never mind.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop looking on Galia's sheet then. All right, this is interesting. This is interesting. This is not what I was expecting to have happen. All right. So. It's okay. We'll figure it out after the session, Galia. No worries. In chat there. Let's see. So this next day, as you are traveling through the jungle here, you're going to hear a sound. And it is the sound of some large creatures stomping through the jungle. What would you all like to do? You're not like coming up on it, like you hear it a little distance away from you.
Can we get a visual at all?
Well, if you want to try to like move towards it and sneak up on it, you could definitely try to do that. Right now, all you have is the noise to go off of.
Is it like obviously the noise is coming directly towards us?
Let's see. It isn't necessarily on a direct collision course with you. It is nearby.
I can try to sneak up and take a look if you guys want.
Well,
You
careful.
can do that. I will hide.
I'm
Rest of us.
of a mind with a Dawn.
The rest of us are probably
I
high.
need to wrestle with anything.
If you would like, you can absolutely go scout it out, but I'm going to hide.
Well, be ready if I need some help.
Absolutely.
I've given you a small blessing for a minute.
All right. Adon, are you?
That's 17 for me.
No, that's me hiding behind the bush and my horns are perking up.
Okay. Sky, you realize the sound is coming more from the direction of the beach. Is what you are hearing, and so you kind of approach the edge of the jungle that you've kind of been skirting along, and you're going to see. Oh, this is interesting. I was not expecting this to happen. I'm very fascinated by this. All right. You are going to see, anchored about 100 yards off the beach, you're going to see a longship. It's about 250 feet long, and it has these sails on it. Actually, roll a perception check for me real quick. Okay, yeah. These sails are actually made out of white dragon wings. And
The dragon's not going to be happy about that.
yeah, this thing is massive. It is sized significantly larger than like a standard ship would be. Like everything on it is just bigger than it should be.
We got us some giants.
Yeah, and you actually see. Let's see.
Are they
here.
friendly?
Do they know Blagothicus?
You're going to see. Give me 1 second here. I'm just looking something up. Interesting. All right. You're going to see that there are, on board this ship, there are several large figures. For from where you're standing, you see at least 2 giants on the ship, and on the shore, you see a couple more frost giants setting off into the jungle. They have a pair of wolves with them, and these wolves have white, just beautiful white fur, and look something like this. Yeah, they are. This group is moving into the jungle, kind of southwest of you a little bit, and then you also see on the beach that there are several other giants who are probably crew from the ship that are just kind of standing about on the shore.
Are they all frost giants, or is there a mix?
I don't know. How much does Sky know about frost giants and about giants in general? Let's do a history check maybe and see what you intel about these. They are all giants.
Not much.
You are probably not even sure they are frost giants in character.
What language do they speak? Are they speaking?
Yeah, they are speaking. They are speaking in a language. Unless you understand giant, I don't believe you would recognize it.
I will sneak back to the group and report my findings. You guys, we got a boat full of giants, and they got some wolves with them too.
Is this the boat we're looking for? Got here. Which one?
Quilgot just kind of shrugs. Like it was far enough out that he couldn't tell what kind of ship it was. He could just see that there was some kind of ship out.
Well, maybe Red has a point. Maybe we can book passage. You think it's worth talking to him? What are giants doing here on a boat?
This particular group looks like a hunting party. They've come ashore to get food, if I had to guess.
Adon scratches his chin and thinks about what he knows about giants.
Well, do any of you know what giants eat?
Whatever the hell they want.
Whatever they want, I think.
Anything smaller than them.
Well, then maybe it's not a good idea to talk.
Which way did you say they were going, Sky?
They were headed inland, right?
Yeah, they are headed inland.
Well,
Which
can
direction
we
from us, though?
outrun giants? Well, actually, I can't outrun the wolves, at least, so... Perhaps... I don't
If
know.
those
I
wolves
am
detect us, we're in trouble.
curious what they are doing here. But... I don't know. The risk versus what we could gain.
So from us, which way?
Try to
then?
watch them for a little while, see what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on them if you want.
Okay. Who are you keeping an eye on? Like, what is your plan for this? Are you just kind of going back to the shore to watch there?
I-
Are you wanting to follow the group into the jungle? Like, what are you wanting to do?
I would like to follow the group, but not more than, say, 30 minutes travel away.
Okay.
It occurs to me that even if we try to communicate with them, you said they were speaking in a language you could not understand.
Yeah, it's true, but if they're sailors, they can probably communicate with anybody that they come into contact with at port. They probably speak some kind of common.
Unless they are not friendly sailors.
Which direction did you say they were heading?
They're heading into the same, like, they are in the same hex as you. But think about kind of like you're on the eastern side of the hex, and they are on the western side. So they are on this side headed kind of inland, and then you're headed this way. So they're kind of headed up towards the mountains and maybe more inland from here again.
I think we should just skip past them and move towards our goal.
We should definitely stay out of the way. But was there any sign that they've all abandoned the boat? Or if
Didn't we see some figures on the boat still?
Definitely, yes. You
Okay.
saw at least 2 still on the boat, plus a few on the shore still.
Okay, never mind. Yes.
So, I think
Alright.
maybe if we want to, I might be able to swim out there and get a closer look on and up there on the side.
What are you gonna get a look at, though?
Probably just the bow unless we have portholes. The deck. Bow. I know shit talk.
Um,
I wonder if there's a giant village or a giant cave in the mountains here. I don't know how they live.
don't know.
I think it's best if we just move on.
Yes. Mostly that, yeah.
Does anybody here have a good history check? Does anybody here know anything about giants?
I guess we can see what Galia knows. Keep forgetting that I need to do checks for her.
I suppose I could check, but
We all start scratching our beards. And
For
thinking
someone-
about giants.
for someone who spent their life in the Underdark, I don't know much. I would know about giants. Not much.
Galia knows a lot about giants for some reason.
She is from the far north.
What would you like to know about them? Like, what are you trying to figure out?
Are they generally friendly?
Are they sailors? Do they live in mountains or caves or like? Does she have some inkling about what this particular group is doing on a boat
Okay.
and what they're doing coming off the boat?
Okay. So from what she can tell you about giants, is there are different types of giants. There are frost giants. There are storm giants. There's all kinds of giants. The frost giants are from the far north. They can be by their nature, they are not necessarily generally considered the best of the kindest of the giants. They are very much of the saline nature would definitely be a part of what the frost giants have. They tend to live, but they don't tend to generally leave the northern climes. I think that is the most unusual thing that you would know here. Yeah. The big thing with frost giants is they are strength driven. They put a high value on strength and physical might and superiority from that sort of thing, which they often embody themselves because they are giants.
Well, I could go either way. I know Adon doesn't want to mess with these folks, but
I just think there is nothing to gain.
Well, I'm a bit curious about him.
But the risk for satiating curiosity is not worth it.
Fine, whatever you say, Don.
and this may be why we're at low level on our 11th session, because we keep avoiding all of these things.
I mean, if you guys really care about this, we can definitely do it. I'm just doing what Adon would do.
Red would agree, because when you run across sort of big bad things in the Underdark, let them go by.
Majoris isn't going to fight the party on this.
All right. So, is Sky going to do any trailing at all, or are you going to let it go, Sky? Like, what is your plan here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the follow them no more than 20 or 30 minutes into
Into the jungle.
the jungle. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like Galia's gonna
Yeah.
chase after them.
Yeah, Galia would be interested in at least learning a little bit more about them as well.
And she's very stealthy too, so.
Sky, why don't we have you roll another stealth check, and let's see how your trailing of them goes. Let's do that for a little bit.
Thank you, Moradin.
25. Yeah.
That's a 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you follow this group into the jungle, and what they do is they move into the jungle, and then they start trekking inland. So they're going to miss where your party is, but like they don't. It's not going to be by a whole lot actually. Like they are starting to move. Like if you're headed west, they are headed east. Like they are moving back inland, kind of back the direction you came from. Is their plan. In fact, I should have them probably roll a survival check to see if they notice your passing of
Row.
through here.
They're not on any kind of path or anything, right?
They're not on a path or anything like that.
Yeah.
Do I notice any of them
Make their own.
consulting a map or any kind of navigational aid?
No, they are not. They're not consulting any kind of map. They are talking between them, and it's really easy to follow them because giants moving through the jungle leave a massive swath of just. I mean, you could follow them days after, and you would still be able to find where they had gone through the jungle here.
Probably really easy to sneak on them too, since they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, they are definitely not the quietest of creatures. Again, just I mean, you hear thumping and that kind of thing.
Yeah, just keep downwind of the wolves.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're going to keep heading into the jungle. Let's do a check for Quillgok real quick. We're gonna see how he has led your group. Wow, my browser has slowed to a crawl. Probably going to need to refresh it here real quick, but let's do a check for him first.
So these guys are obviously heading for something. I wonder if that something could be interesting or useful to us. Like, I don't want to just let them go. I don't want to fight them either, but I want to find out why these characters are in this story.
So, as they move past where your party is currently located, they are eventually going to kind of intersect with the path that you guys came through on, and they are looking for signs of passage and that kind of thing. They're looking for things in the jungle, it would appear, and they actually spot your track as you from where you were coming through the jungle, and they stop when they see it, and they begin to have a conversation about it.
I will head back toward my party as stealthily as I can and tell them that they've picked up our trail.
I think you're muted, James.
Can we stop for a moment and listen to see if it sounds like there are now giants coming toward us?
You certainly could stop and listen for that.
We'll know.
I'll proceed.
Okay, yeah, roll me a perception check. I'm going to see what the giants are going to do here.
Because, I mean, he walked 20 minutes away from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
20, 30 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
They'll make their decision before he arrives. So.
All right. It's going to be a few minutes. It's going to be a few minutes before you hear it, but you will hear footsteps, giant footsteps, and the sounds of them cutting through the trees, headed your way.
Well, sounds like they found us.
Time to run.
You think we can outrun them?
We can sure try.
Or we could try to hide. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yeah, let's skedaddle. Let's run.
Well,
We
those wolves might find us, so...
We might just say hello.
If what Golia says about them valuing strength, if they catch us running, then perhaps they will see us as prey.
How about, in that case, how about I take off my breastplate, you knit on, we start wrestling, and when they show up, we'll be engaged in a test of strength, and they'll like us.
Yeah, as you look over at Don, you realize that while he has definite muscle definition, he's not very strong.
Never mind.
Well, we have
I'll just do some push-ups.
a Galia and a Vorn to be our strength emissaries.
I'm stronger than that.
I mean, Quilgok has a deadly treasure that's with you.
Yeah.
What,
Maybe I can wrestle with one.
Oh, how many giants are on shore?
On shore or in the party that you were traveling?
In the party that I was following, yeah.
In the party.
And how many wolves?
In the party that you were going after, there was, there were 3 giants and 2 wolves.
I don't think we're gonna get away. I think we should just have a chat.
I'm willing to
Alright.
try.
Whatever we do, I guess stand our ground. If we seem weak, they might, well, not appreciate it.
I'm more than happy to be wrong about that. And run.
Galia, would you like to greet our new friends?
Yeah, she'll step out in front. I think like with the shield guardian near her. Let's see. I'm building a little map for you guys here. So give me 1 second. We'll get that all squared up for you. All
We have
right.
approval from Patsy, by
We
the
have
way.
approval. All right. All right. So it's going to be just a few minutes, and emerging from the jungle around you, there is going to be. You're going to the sounds of them are going to get louder, and you're going to see the 3 giants and their wolf companions emerge from the jungle around you. Leading them is this lovely woman.
I'm sure she's a total sweetheart.
And there are two other male frost giants on either side of her. They are going to approach the group. Like they kind of pause when they come out and see you, and Galia is kind of out front, and she will I guess step forward as does the main frost giant, and Galia will. How are you looking for her to address them? What is this? What are you after here? I will ask for the party, kind of what you would like. I think you're muted again, James.
He's
James
dropped out of
just left the
Discord.
Discord.
Oh, gotcha.
I was hoping Patsy could pop into Discord for just a minute.
Well, didn't we want to find out why they're here?
Stop. Sorry. So I step up next to Galia. Can I hear you guys?
Yes.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. I step up next to Galia and I speak out to the giant. Well, howdy, folks. I've seen your kind here before. You're real big. What can we do for you?
And I think Galia will just say something like, "Yes, you are very large. The sun of the light of Lathander shines very greatly upon you. You have much more for him to shine upon."
Tact.
Oh,
She says you
Lavander.
nailed it.
Oh, Lathander. Oh man. Okay. This should be fun.
Lauren's about to talk to himself for a few minutes.
Pretty
Everybody
much.
get a drink or something.
Pretty much. All right. I'm just checking one thing to make sure I know what's happening in this. All right. This woman is going to respond to the greeting. And she kind of speaks broken common. It's not she's not particularly well versed in it, and so it's going to be it's kind of halting and just a little awkward. But she's going to. Drufi, welcome. And she'll kind of just bow her head a little bit at you. And she'll she will look around at the group. And she's just like eyeing each one of you very, very closely. And she's going to look around, and since Jarvis was the first one who addressed her, she'll look back at him. Blue man. You're muted again, I think, James.
Sorry, there's stuff going on in my kitchen, so I keep muting myself. Go ahead.
We look for one human. She's going to kind of think for a second, kind of like trying to figure out how to. Artus Simber.
Well, I think we're looking for him too. What do you know about him?
Yes, we are.
She's going to narrow her eyes. Why you look for him?
We heard he was out here, up to something. We're interested. We don't really know much. We're just trying to investigate. How about you? Why are you looking for him? What does he do?
She's going to look back at the other giants, just to kind of take a step forward. Do you know where Simber is? And she says it like very intently, like she is like staring you down as she says this.
I see that this is important to you, but I told you that we were looking for it. If we knew where it was, we wouldn't be looking. So, who is this guy? Why are you looking for him? What do you do?
She's going to say, if you looking, he must be near.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Adon will step forward. If I may speak, how may I address you? Mistress Drufi. We have heard of Artis. He is further in the jungle. Let us see. We also heard that he is a necromancer. That is the extent of my knowledge. Right? He is a necromancer, right?
I think you're thinking of.
I don't have that.
No, I think you're thinking of Rasnisi.
Oh. What did we learn about Artis Simber?
Artis Simber.
Wait, no, he was.
Artis Simber. I don't think.
the guy we-
He has the same goal as us to kill Rosnisi.
Yeah. They found
Yeah,
out
he was
about
the-
him at the temple with the oracle.
Oh, so he wasn't the guy. Oh yeah, his name was like
No.
Victor or something weird. He like totally lied about his name. Because we met a red wizard.
Right. Just before we hit the caves.
And then, I'm sorry, I don't remember what else we knew about Artis.
You don't really know.
I don't
You
know much
actually
else.
don't know much else. The Oracle told you to try to find him, that he had similar goals as you and would help you if you could find him.
I see. Well, if I must be honest, I lost a dear friend recently, and as you might have noticed, resurrection magic is not working. And, well, I seek to bring this friend back. That is why I seek Arthas.
She will relax just a little bit, but we also seek Artus. We seek Simber. He has something that belongs to us.
I take it is important if you come all the way to jungle.
It is most important. Giant artifact.
Adan will just make it look like he's expecting her to say more about it.
No, she's not going to say another word about it. She's going to switch tactics, actually. And if you seek him, why are you here?
I thought I said my, well, I will say it plainly. My husband is dead, and I was told Arthas might know something about this.
She's going to look frustrated, like the language is not quite like getting through for her. No, if you are looking for him, where are you looking? Why here? Why do you head in this direction? And she's going to point, because they just followed you, she's pointing, into the jungle.
Actually,
Well, Artis isn't our primary objective at this time. We're investigating something we thought we saw out on the coast.
I think that will make sense to her. She will kind of lean in with kind of all of her bulk kind of blocking out the sun, standing over Adon a little bit, and she will just kind of try to say, you should leave Simba alone. He is for us.
Did he steal something from you?
She will nod. Yes, very dangerous.
well, if we have common goal, I'll look to the party, shrugging.
Well, if I may, one of our goals is to end somehow the reign of terror of a Raznisi, and Artis was somehow connected to that. So, you know anything about this Raznisi?
She will shrug. I do not know Raznisi.
Adan will address him. Do you mean to kill Arthas? Or just take back what he has?
She will shrug again. Whatever it takes.
So if you folks are after Artis, why are you going this way? You have information that he's around here?
She's going to she's going to point into the jungle. We know he's somewhere in there, and just like the jungle in general. And she's going to just say, "We will search everywhere to find him."
Well, good luck with that.
Adon will get this sly look on his face. Druffy, you come from different part of world, yes? Far away?
She'll nod.
Perhaps in your travels you have found something you can trade.
She's not going to look particularly interested. Giants don't trade. We take.
Alright. Well, I wish you good luck in your search.
What was it he stole from you? So if we run across the guy, maybe we can get it back to you.
She's going to kind of look at you with kind of a look of disdain. It is not for your kind to know of giant things. It is too dangerous. And she's going to kind of look back at her companions. They know nothing. We must continue and search. And they're going to turn and head back the way they came, back into the jungle.
Well, at least we're not dead.
Well, on the plus side, we could probably come back in a month and follow their trail.
I laughed. Sorry, I wasn't pushing it out.
And yes, also, we're not dead.
So yeah, I'm content to go back to what we were doing.
I feel like there had to be more to it than that. I mean, this was a developed plot line, and we couldn't come up with the right question to ask them.
I mean, I don't think there's anything more than that. I think the thing is that whatever artist stole, he needs for undoing the Soulmonger, the Death Curse, and they're now going to be semi-hostile to us. If that's our goal, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm expecting.
I
It
mean,
does make me think that it's becoming more important to find him.
Yeah, I mean, this puts maybe a timer on it.
Lauren wouldn't
think
do
that-
Maybe
that.
we'll get
So-
to, maybe we'll get to steal it back or something.
So before we go to Stepping Turtle Bay, do we just search out there?
Well, that's wandering around the jungle looking for a needle in the haystack isn't a great idea.
Even the thirstiest of men cannot drink from 2 pools of water at once.
That was a witty aphorism.
Wow, that was a wise aphorism. I think you're on the wrong page.
So what if you got like straws? You got 2 of them. You put one in each pool, and then use 2 straws at the same time.
There was no straw in the metaphor. We do not have
Right,
straws.
All right,
if
let's
you
move
had
on and
straws,
find this other boat.
But if you did,
There we go.
Good Good point, Jars. Good
My
point.
computer has slowed down significantly. All right. Continuing on, another day. If you want to do survival checks for food, you can do that.
Do I get help?
Looks like he gave you a guidance.
That might have been for
Oh, that
himself.
might have been for him.
But
Well, we can hang out together and I can give you some guidance. Yeah.
There you
cool.
go. There you go.
Nice.
Finally find some herbs that fit what you were after. All right. On the next day, as you were traveling towards the end of the day, let's see. Actually, it's going to be one more day of travel. Sorry. Let's advance one more day. All right. Here we go. This we can do. All right. So as you come out here onto kind of this jutting out area, that it kind of juts out into the bay here. I think Quilgok is going to want to approach the water and try to see if he can spot the ship that was anchored out this direction. Let's see. So he is going to... Of rolls. All right. He's going to come out onto. He's trying to stay hidden just in case there's anything going on. He's going to go out and try to kind of spot anything. Doesn't want to cause any trouble. He's going to go out and sitting in the bay, or almost kind of the sub inlet here of the bay, kind of right in this area, there is a ship that is at anchor.
Bingo.
Go get it.
What kind of ship?
It is...
And is anybody on it?
Right. Those are all fantastic questions that you're asking. The ship that you are seeing... Now, this is a normal-looking ship. It is not giant-sized. It is sitting almost kind of like as a blockade, kind of sitting in the harbor here, or in the inlet. It basically, where it sits, it has control of kind of the whole. It can look out into the whole bay here. From where you can see that there are colors flying off of it. That it is definitely manned. There are definitely it is definitely a working ship of some sort.
How large is it? Is it how many sails does it have?
Let me see what it shows on the map.
trying to just see if it's something that we thinking we could. Well, I guess if there's people on it, we're not going to try to steal it.
This one
Build
has
them and take it.
yeah, this one has 2 sails, there are 2 masts, I should say, and it is a large enough ship that you would need a small crew to man it. Just from the size of it, like you would guess it probably takes a minimum crew of maybe 10.
Okay.
And we can't see anyone on it.
Quillgok will break out the spyglass and kind of, he can get a really solid close-up view of this thing. And yeah, there are definitely people on board this ship.
Do they have kindness in their eyes?
He'll kind of shrug. I mean, it's hard to tell. They're working. It's I don't know. What do you think? And he'll hand the glass over to you.
I'll take a gander.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy, my best roll. Perception. Oh boy. There's still gore on the.
Yeah. Like at first you kind of, even though you see it, you kind of miss where it is, and you're kind of like, I can't see. You're kind of doing that around, and then finally you focus on it, and you're like, oh, those look like sailors.
No, Adon, you look at this end.
Adon trips and then ends up looking at the sun for a couple seconds.
Sky is gonna look up and down the beach and see if there are any tender boats that somebody might have come ashore with.
You are not seeing any from where you are. No.
Don's gonna cast Thaumaturgy and make his voice boom really, really loud, and he's just gonna shout out to them, get their attention.
Ahoy there!
Okay. Do you say something, or do you just make it what exactly is this sound?
I make the sound of cannon fire. I'm kidding. I will just shout out to them, be like, hello over there. We're looking for passage down to, where are we trying to go again?
Snapping Turtle Bay.
Snapping Turtle Bay. Anything you gentlemen can do about it?
Are you using a Dawn's voice? Are you using, are you doing a different voice? What are you...
I mean, I don't think I can change my voice.
Oh, it is your
I just
voice.
make it...
I got
Yeah, it's just really loud.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. All right.
Also, Adon probably would have been a lot more eloquent than that.
Yeah, you're gonna see activity on the ship. That is for sure. And looking through the spyglass, you'll see someone come up to the deck and who also has a spyglass, and they're gonna begin kind of scanning the horizon line to try to spot something.
How far out are they? Over a mile? Or...
I mean, yeah, they're anchored out a little ways. I guess actually your voice might not.
Ways.
I mean, a little ways is very accurate. Yeah, they're probably a mile out. Yeah, so they might not actually have heard you. Yeah.
Well, 3 times as loud. I don't know. How loud can a person get?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like if you can also cause the rumble of thunder or something like that, it should be loud. but
Yeah.
so I'll say that they were able to hear something.
I could cast a secret flame in the air
Like a flare.
like a flare.
Yeah, I think you do that, and they're going to lower a boat over the side, and there's going to be some people in it, and they're going to begin rowing in your direction.
Sorry about that, guys.
And they will head your way, and they're going to. It's going to take them a little while because I mean they've got waves and things. They're a mile out, but they will. They will pull up. On the shore, and several people will hop out of the longboat that they are in. You're going to see that there are just several kind of rough-looking sailor types who are there. A couple who have like swords and look maybe a little more kind of guard or fightery, and then one of them is going to be quite the dandy who steps out. That's not what I meant to do.
Is it Volo?
Well, in a completely different way than Volo. This guy is going to.
Oh.
This guy, he is a human, but this man has a very special fondness for gemstones. Is really the first thing that you will notice about him. His coat has glittering gems sewn into it, all over it, and at his belt he has a scimitar, and the hilt of the scimitar like sparkles with these gemstones, and even one of his eyes like has been replaced basically with a there's kind of a terrible scarring, and instead of a replacement eye, it's been set with a gemstone for an eye, and he's going to.
Yeah, as he approaches, I'll be like, "My, it is a fine wear you have. Many of my guild members would be very jealous of the craftsmanship."
He will look you up and down, and he'll kind of give a little bow. It's not everyone who appreciates something as beautiful as these jewels, not with such an appraising eye. Captain Zaru Malsarak, at your service.
You may call me a Don. I am Tiefling, a guild member and adventurer. How are you doing on this fine day?
He will look around. It is Chult. What is not to love?
And these are my friends, and I'll like sort of motion them to introduce themselves, I guess.
Yeah, he'll look around the party and wait for introductions.
I'm Red.
My name's Sky. I'm from Chult too. What part are you from?
He's going to just kind of gesture around. Well, all over, of course. This is the whole world of Chult. The whole continent of Chult is my home.
We're trying to get this crazy crew down to the Snapping Turtle Bay, and we can't help notice that you got a fine-looking boat right there.
I think it actually is Snout of Omgar that you were headed to, not the Snapping Turtle Bay. That is where the turtles are from. Yeah, he'll... Oh, you're looking to book passage then, are you?
We certainly are.
And what brings you out so far into the jungle? I don't often see folk like you out this way.
My friend Quilgok here is trying to get home to take care of some business, and we're going with him.
He'll look the turtle up and down. Well, that does make some sense. And, would you be willing to pay for your passage? Do you have the means?
Nobody rides for free.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of point to his coat. He's like, I haven't earned this by offering things for free, of course. And he'll just laugh kind of heartily.
Did we find some gems at some point? I don't have them either, but...
No, I don't believe we have.
Okay. Well, I'm afraid we don't have anything that would look nice on your coat, but you might buy them with the things that we could pay you with.
Yeah, he'll happily accept coinage. Of course, anything of value can be turned into other things of value. Right, well, seeing as your options are as limited as they are, and seeing as Snout of Umgar's a little out of my way, let's say 25 gold apiece should book your passage.
Does that include meals?
He'll smile. It includes meals, yes. You drive a hard bargain. He'll laugh again.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Gotta keep my stomach happy.
We do not have experience as ship hands, but perhaps we could work something out. I could offer my labor as well as coin. Perhaps there is a more beneficial arrangement that I can do.
Now, what sort of skills do you have?
Well, if you have the means, I could perhaps furnish you with, not to blow smoke, so to speak. I can create powerful, what would be the right word? Powerful concoctions that bring the man back from brink of death. From wounds sustained in battle. I can also create things that neutralize poison.
Those all sound very useful. I'm sure that those could be very good for our crew. I'm absolutely certain we can work something out then.
Alright, how say, what would be fair? 10 gold for each of us, meals included, and I take what materials I have and create you 2 powerful potions, and I have 1 on me, so 3 potions total.
Yeah, he'll nod. That sounds perfectly fine. That sounds like we're getting the better end of the deal, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like you just haggled in the wrong direction, Tom.
And he will clasp your hand like instantly. It's a record. Welcome aboard.
Because those potions of healing, they're like 100, like 50 or 100 gold gold pieces
They're,
apiece.
they're 50 each, and I currently have 6 on me, so I think we're good.
Still though.
Yeah. He's gonna say, "Welcome aboard the Emerald Eye," and he's gonna let me head back. We'll send a craft to come and get you all. The Emerald Eye, yes. Because there's not enough room to carry everyone in a single boat back, so it'll take.
Well,
Like you could fit a couple of you, but I mean, or you could just wait and he'll send back another craft to get you all.
we got us a ride.
So let's assume that happens, and you board the ship. Let's assume that happens, and you board the ship indeed. Oh, come on, computer. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to move you to a different map page, and it is just not cooperating with me. Give me 1 second. I will try to trick it here a little bit.
Trixie.
Yeah, you're not kidding. There we go. Maybe? Nope. Oh, come on. I just need it. Just a little closer. This is not our night for technical things going well.
Do we ever have a night?
There we go. Okay. All right. On to the ship. Is it all
I don't know
dark?
if it's a- Yeah.
All right. Let me give you tokens now. All right. So you move on to the ship, and Captain Al-Sarayak is on deck to welcome you. And let's see, tokens. He will welcome you aboard. Now we have berths below deck. We're not generally set up as a passenger ship, but we will clear out some of our room. We'll make it comfortable for your journey.
Yeah, we've slept a lot rougher than this.
Let's see, getting you all over.
Also, does this ship have a rat problem? Because I know somebody who might take care of some of them.
I think most ships have a rat problem. I think that is a general thing that can be expected here.
The mental image of Sky chasing cats is the most adorable thing ever.
Picture the butt wiggle.
Oh no!
And what they're actually going to do, there is below decks, there is there's a cabin that's kind of at the front that they are going to kind of clear out for you. So actually, I'm going to move you below decks. They're going to create a space for you. It is not large enough for Deadly Treasure. He kind of gets to stay up on deck, probably.
Lucky bastard.
Has that map loaded for anybody else?
I don't think he put you on the map.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting there. We're filling it out. Sorry, my computer has just started going incredibly slow.
Roll20 is really resource intensive, so if you're running that plus OBS plus whatever transcoder is going to YouTube plus.
Well, it's never done this before, like this. This is weird. This is an unusual sort of thing for it. But it's all good. So they show you. They put you in to your quarters up in this direction. And they are going to get underway. And begin sailing.
Sail away.
Is there anything you guys?
I gotta.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say this worked out much more smoothly than I expected our passage would.
Well, we'll probably end up on the other side of Chult being sold to slavers, so.
I mean, that seems...
Well, we will now.
Is there anything you guys would like to do while you were on board the ship?
I'll go for a swim.
I mean, it's hard to do from inside. Are you...
Yeah, I'll just jump overboard, go for a swim, walk the plank.
Yeah. So if you go back on deck, Jarus, they actually you're going to try to go back up on deck, but the door leading up has been locked.
I'll knock. Pardon? Pardon?
Well, mellow down. When you're right, you're right.
Well, at least I did not give them the potions yet.
We've got all of our stuff still, right?
Yeah, at this point you do.
Well, I think we can get through this door if we need to. What do y'all think?
We're in the middle of a sea right now. There's no reason for us to break open a door. We'll wait for them to open it, and then we'll do what we need to do.
Fair enough, but then it's 100% on their terms.
Where is the door exactly? Where are we? Like, is it the door over here?
Yeah. Okay. So on this, there are two doors, or two. Like, this is kind of a passageway leading up over here. If you can see where my arrow is.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Oh, I see.
Yeah. And then there is also in right here, right where Jarus is, there is also another door. Both doors would be locked. Correct.
Okay,
What
so...
about
okay, we got it now.
I'm gonna move over here and see if I can get this door open.
Okay, that door would be open, and inside you basically see their mess hall. Like, that is what is inside there, and there are a couple of sailors inside the mess. Probably the ship's cook. And
So
an assistant.
is this door openable? I can't see past it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dynamic lighting, of course. Yes, it should be. There we go.
Did somebody say food?
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah. As you walk in, they'll just kind of nod at you. Hello.
I noticed that the door to the upper decks is locked.
Yes, safety precaution for you.
Well,
Safety from what?
Yeah, bad things can happen on the deck around here. Creatures attack, dragon fire, whatever. We keep it locked when we carry passengers.
we have a fisherman with us. He needs to be in water every hour or he will die. You must allow him on deck.
Must say I'm rather parched.
Oh, are you over, Pius?
I think so, yeah. I wanted to follow you. I'm next to Sky. I don't know where you are. No.
We're down on the other end of the ship.
We found the galley.
You're all the way down here. Okay, I found you. There we go. I'm here.
The guy will like walk over, like grab a mug and like with it, like dip it into a barrel and like hand it to Jarvis. Here is some water.
Jarvis takes it and pours it on his head. I need more.
Jarvis, I thought that would be seawater.
Yes. Well, I mean, seawater would be better. This isn't nearly enough. I mean, I need to get out of here.
Good sir, my friend might die. I knew I should have used the damn thing. Oh well. I should use
I need to get
inspiration.
out of here. I need to get out of here right now. Please let me out.
Uh,
I didn't think this would be a problem since we're going at the sea.
the guy is going to just kind of a Dodd. He's just going to be like, I'm looking at Jarvis. Jarvis, you roll me a persuasion check as well. Actually, deception check.
I'm gonna. Okay, never mind.
Do you want me to re-roll for deception, Lauren?
No, I'm all good.
I didn't know it was a deception.
I'm all good with your persuasion. Because you were trying to persuade, Jarvis is actively doing, like, it's almost a performance check, like a.
Yeah.
I tried to put my hand on him to say there, and give him guidance at the same time.
Yeah. This guy is just like, when I go, I will ask with the captain if we can do something for your friend. For now, and he'll grab the mug back from Jarvis, dip it, grab some salt off the table and pour it in, and hand it back.
Dropping the facade at this point, I just take it from him and slowly pour it over my head again.
Right, I will wait. I guess I'm gonna leave. I failed.
Well, you're not actually down here that long. Before you feel the ship slow, and you hear activity above deck, and the door will open, and you'll see the captain there with several men behind him. If you're waiting in this area, otherwise,
It would have asked what's for dinner. So.
Oh yeah, they're working on. I mean, it's ship food. It's not particularly great, but they are in Anchorage, so they've been able to do some fishing and that kind of stuff. So they've got some basic seafood things going on. The captain will have several men with him, and he'll be holding the jeweled scimitar in his hand, and looking at the group of you, he'll address you. Well, I hate to do this, but y'all seem like very nice folk. But unfortunately, my journey needed to be a little shorter than going to Snout of Umgar. And there's someone here that I need you to meet before we go that way. So if you will all please accompany me. He'll just gesture at the stairs.
I'd like to roll an insight.
Mm-hmm.
Don will also partake in that insight roll.
I think it would make sense for me to do that.
Is
If
there
we all roll, someone's bound to roll. Oh,
what are you
There we
trying?
go.
What are you trying to discover out of this red?
If it's nefarious or not.
I mean, this guy. The longer you are on the ship, the less and less it feels like this guy is up to positive things for your group. This definitely does not feel like typical sailing hospitality to you. I mean, he seems friendly enough, but he hasn't. This is definitely not going a direction that you would expect.
Sure, I'll call over to our friends, Golia. Who else was all over there? Vorn under here.
Galia, Vorn, and Quilgok are also with you.
Tom, where did you go? You lost your friend.
You know what? This.
You were replaced by Sky.
I don't feel like.
Oh, I moved.
Dynamics allowed on here.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
How about that? Is that better for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, but where'd the guy go? Oh, is he here?
No, he didn't move the tokens there.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't put his
Is
token.
he
down.
like?
I can,
Okay.
if that's helpful.
I was just wondering if he's over here at the galley or on the other side of the ship with, because we're all split up.
I'll is he like right on top of these stairs and there's men behind him?
What I would have imagined more happening here is, like, you guys probably would have retired at some point during the sailing back towards your area, or kind of down here in the cargo hold a little bit, just kind of, and then, we can say back up in your area, because like, that's kind of where they showed you to. And then, basically what happens is, the captain would come up the steps here. He would probably have been preceded by a few men. Let's see who he's got with him here. Nope, that's not right.
So while you're doing that, Adon will be like, "Oh, sure, I understand, but I don't think we'll be able to pay you the whole thing if you don't take us all the way." And Adon will pick up a mug of water, and he'll sort of just like pick it up and raise it to him, and then he'll pour the water all over himself. And as the water touches his skin, it freezes.
Okay. So, like, I think some guys would kind of have like come up
Oh wow!
in with him.
And surrounded us.
Yeah. And why am I not finding this character type? There we go. Like, I think
I recognize that token.
Wow.
I think there would be these guys, and there would have been a couple of guys in probably some guys up on deck. There may be more than that, but that's a good start.
Yeah, we can take the entire ship. I
If we
believe in us.
if we start killing people, keep in mind that we need a crew to run this ship. So we kill the captain and become the captain. That might be a good idea, but killing everybody on board is a bad idea.
Yeah, we can suppress some of them, I think. Coerce them. But...
So what? I am covered in frozen water now. Actually, it's manifesting as a spectral frost. So it's like occasionally you'll see like these blue wisps of energy tendril off of me.
I think the captain is just going to kind of go like, "You do not need to resist this. We may still be able to travel along our way, but first this stop."
Who's this fellow you want us to talk to?
He's gonna shake his head. No, it's better that you meet him first on your own.
Why is that?
I'd hate to spoil the surprise.
I don't like surprise.
Does this man work for Valindra?
He's gonna kind of squint his eyes up like I don't know who that is.
It's not hard to simmer, is it?
I have been all over Chult. Perhaps I could ask you to tell me who it is. Just in the name of friendship, of course.
Yeah, okay. He's going to... Alright. Yeah, he is going to... Alright. Well, we have a special guest right now that has expressed interest in you all. Normally I would just have taken you where you wanted to go, but with our special guest, she is here to make sure everything is working well. And when she heard about you, why, she asked us to sail back into harbor.
What is it that's supposed to be working well?
Which harbor is this?
He's going to, well, I suppose it's no secret anymore. Welcome to Dahaka Anchorage, the home of pirates, ne'er-do-wells, and other such creatures of Chult.
I thought you were going to sell us to slavers. Oh, that is much better than I thought.
He's going to shake his head. He's like, no, slavery, no, we do not deal with that.
Well,
It's like that. I just want to know if he's lying about that.
And he still completely has like his cheerful demeanor going on, like with the insight that you had rolled, Red. Like again, like he's. What you are not picking up is like it seems like he is telling you the truth about this stuff. Like he is not misleading you. It's just like it is. This is not the way that you would want a cruise necessarily to start off. And obviously, if you're at a place with pirates, that's not positive.
Adon will shrug and be like, "Take us to your pirate queen. I'll meet her." And he'll walk towards the stairs.
Well, let's get on with it then. We got places to go.
I may have missed it. How long were we at sea before this?
Not very long. It was pretty short. Like less than Like it was a few hours of travel, like enough for you to go get into trouble in the kitchen and kind of like get bored, and then you were there. And let's see here. I think it might have been the dynamic lighting that was messing up my computer there, because everything's
That'll do it.
working better. So let's do this. I'm going to reveal a map to you, and then we're probably going to call it for the evening and pick up here next week. They're going to lead you on board the ship, or on board the deck, and you're going to find yourself at anchor in a little cove with rock walls surrounding on almost all sides, leading out into the bay, and this.
James, are you dropping dice on your microphone now?
No, are you?
Something keeps popping your microphone.
You're going to see a welcoming party on the dock waiting for you, with your ship docked here, and you can see that there is a little settlement that has kind of been built up here, and there's a woman who is standing at the front of this group of sailors and ne'er-do-wells, and you also see a few people in military uniform standing closest to her, and she is going to greet you all, and I've heard much of your exploits thus far. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Lear Portier. Normally, I'm at Fort Belurian, but the Flaming Fist welcomes you to Jahaka Anchorage.
Flaming Fist.
Pleasure to meet you.
And that is probably a good place to call it for the evening, guys.
We have their badge, right? Like that one dude gave us the badge.
You never got their badge.
I have a letter.
Yeah, we did. We got the when we did that valley thing, that person left us. I think it was Vili, the tiefling, I think.
Yeah, I got a letter from Billy.
You got
for
a
the
letter
Flaming
from Vili.
Fist.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean badge. I just meant
Yeah.
something. Nice. Well, that'll be really interesting. I'm excited for next week.
Captured by pirates.
Flaming
Captured.
Fist pirates.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I did not expect the Flaming Fist to be pirates.
They are not necessarily generally pirates. That could be something quite interesting, I think. We'll find out next time. Everyone, thank you for watching. We will be back, I believe, same time next week. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We hope you are enjoying the series. And we should do a little bit of XP for the slot before we go any further. Let's do that real quick. There you go. 842.857, etc.
Wow.
So it looks like Red, Jarus, and Galia all get to level up. And that probably puts Sky and Adon close, I would imagine.
What is it? 2,800?
7.
27? Yeah. One more encounter.
How close?
2408.
Oh yeah, it won't take you long at all to get there. Excellent.
Oh, I was gonna say I'd give you some of mine, but that's farther than I thought.
Cool.
I don't know. I can still give you some of mine.
I don't think that's how the rules say.
That's not quite how it works. So, all right,
Can't trade XP.
Thank you everybody for watching. We will be back next week.
Bye.